Hello everybody and welcome back to another Vowed Adventure. So before we get started, what do you call a turkey the day after Thanksgiving? I don't know how long this one's gonna go. This one's kind of a difficult project. I've worked on it before, had electrical issues before. I fixed it and it's been working fine ever since. It's just that there's now problems that make it a little concerning to take. It takes up my entire front yard. So what I'm doing to this, it's got a backfire, which you don't want to backfire on a horse trailer because you take that to a horse show. Not the safest thing. And then it also has some sort of leak. We think it's oil, but not sure. I have done some preliminary checks on this already just because it was dark when I did it. Because I got this, it's Thursday and I got this Sunday. So I've been kind of just working on it to try and figure out what's going on with it. I did take the carburetor off, cleaned it. It did help a little. There's definitely more problems. Small engines like this, even lawnmowers, go-karts, stuff like that, it's recommended to buy ethanol-free fuel just because that ethanol starts to leave residue. Let me climb this trailer real quick and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm up here on top of the trailer. So this is the generator I'm working on. I've got the top back on it because, you know, I wasn't sure the next time I was gonna be up here. That's the water tank for the shower and everything. And this is the fuel tank. I'm trying to see if I can show y'all all that stuff in there floating around. Down there at the bottom. Let's see if I can get some of it to shake. There you go. You see all that movement? Not only is there that debris, but there's actually like a goo or something. Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt. It's just I was editing and wanted to kind of explain better of what I'm talking about here. To help, I googled it and I just did the easy: is ethanol free gas better for small engines? While E10 fuels are approved, it's not recommended, especially in handheld. Gas with ethanol separates while being stored in your gas tank. So the reason it's no good for this horse trailer gas tank is because all it does is sit in this tank. You know, if you don't empty it all the way when you're running it because you're like, oh, it's low, let's fill it up, it's just gonna keep sitting there. So that's what it's done just over the years, and it's no fault. It's just one of those things that probably 90% of people wouldn't mess with. If you have no idea what you're doing with an engine, you're probably not going to mess with it. And honestly, even a shop probably wouldn't mess with that much because it's on top of a horse trailer, and it was difficult. It was difficult to get that off of there. So that's just more of like all the stuff floating around in the bottom. Yeah, some of that's dirt, but like the goo that I was talking about just a second ago and what I found in the carburetor, that's just the ethanol separating from it, just sitting and not being used. So that's why ethanol free fuel is good for lawnmowers and stuff, especially if you're not going to use it a lot. So if you have like a weed eater or leaf blower or something, buy that pre-mixed stuff. If it has any in it, it's very little. But let's get back to it. I just wanted to explain that. And like I said, I've already done some preliminary checks. So I've already had the carburetor off once. And when I cleaned it out, some of that goo was in the bowl itself. This is a 2005 generator. Pretty sure the trailer's close to that. No one can find parts. This top will come off later, but I'm not concerned about it right now. This vent tube from the head cover down to the carburetor snapped off. A piece of it is still in the head, and I've actually got to pick it out of that hole because when you take the head off, you can't actually get to that part of the head cover. And then this intake manifold back here on this bolt, kind of like here and here all the way across, is cracked. So I've got to take this off and take it up there to my local lawnmower shop that I use and see if they have anything for this thing, and probably get fuel line. When I talked to the owner of this thing, I suggested cleaning out this fuel tank, replacing these lines and this filter. So we're gonna try and do that as well while I'm up here today. I'm gonna get started on this and then go to the parts store and see what happens. All right, so I'm just gonna ask y'all to excuse me for this video. Being up here on top of the horse trailer, it is a little difficult to work, mainly because this platform has no floor, so I'm kind of just sitting on boards. So I'm limited on where I can be. But we're just gonna try and get this carburetor back off and go to the parts store. Alright, so you can kind of see it. There you go, look at that. And it's cracked all the way through. You can see the crack up there too. And yes, it is all the way through. I did shine my flashlight through it when I first noticed it. So now I'm going to try and climb down with all this stuff and go to the parts store and see if I can get what I need. Alright everybody, so that's going to be the end of this video. When I went to get parts, nobody in town had them. I went to 2 different places, it was a bust. Figured out I needed to call a Generac dealer, and when I called a Generac dealer, the generator on the top of this horse trailer is discontinued, so all the parts were special ordered, but it wasn't much for the parts. I paid more in shipping than I did for the parts. So what do you call a turkey the day after Thanksgiving? Lucky. Alright, so we'll continue this trailer over the next couple weeks. I do take the gas tank down. I actually did that this same day. I know my viewers currently like my shorter videos, so I'm trying to make y'all happy. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. We will get into the gas tank and the fuel lines and everything next video. And then today is actually Thanksgiving, so I know it'll be 2 days later, but happy Thanksgiving. But I actually got the parts yesterday, so Wednesday, so I'll be doing that. There shouldn't be any break between the trailer. I should be able to just finish it within the next couple of videos. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all join us next week for another Valdez Venture, and I hope y'all have a blessed day.